Silver, a born clairvoyant and near-death experiencer, and I'm here to remind you that you are your best guru. Today is EMPATH 101. Just some solid basic tips if you are an empath, if you are somebody who can sense what other people are feeling or even physically feel what other people are feeling. Some people can do one or the other or both. So, number one, you're not too sensitive. You are an empath, which means you are extra aware. But there's a huge difference between being a histrionic, making mountains out of a molehill, and being an empath who is just innately far more aware of their surroundings and the interpersonal dynamics. I know there are a lot of nicknames that come along with being an empath, and that's super unfortunate. The nicknames can chip away at our self-esteem before we even know what we're dealing with. Number two, you are not weak. Just because you are attuned to emotions and truth, how does that make you weak? I dislike the way so many people present empaths as being luring to energy vampires and needing to be hyper vigilant all the time, or someone's going to come and sieve you of your energy and you've got to keep up a shield always if you're in public, or even proactive sword deal. I've literally heard both those combinations. You don't need to think of yourself like that, as vulnerable. Somebody who's more highly aware of the dynamics around them is more safe, not less safe. And it is your exact qualities of an empath that does serve as protection. Three, it is hugely and practically useful. Truth be told, you can read people easily. No matter what they're saying, you're able to glean a crap ton more than whatever's on the transcript. You are actually sensing the emotional subtitles of whatever's being relayed to you. You're never going to overstay your welcome. You'll never be engaging in text for too long. You have an excellent BS meter, and you also have a real advantage when it comes to getting a sense of whether or not they could make good friends. For all of that said, you are still human and we still make mistakes. It's an invariable. It will never change. So make sure to keep your humility about yourself and your objectivity, and always leave room for a mistake in your judgment, in it is what you think you've perceived. 5, in order not to step on people's toes or be intrusive or be annoying or make people uncomfortable, you actually, in a conversation, want to honor and respond to what's being said. Because again, that's what they've consciously chosen to share with you. And if you choose to answer that comment, their question, whatever it is, from a much deeper angle than what they have to share with you, that is intrusive. And it can put you at odds with people. It definitely gets their defenses up. It can seem like you're a busybody. It actually can really confuse people. They can be wondering, what did I say that would ever lead you to think that? All around, it's just an ethically good idea to stick with what's been spoken aloud. You already know you have full permission from them to hear and know that. 6, be aware of any kind of sudden shifts. That could be external, where maybe you hung up the phone and you're like, my right knee hurts, out of the blue, didn't do anything. Or it could be internal. You're sitting at home and very much out of the blue, you suddenly feel really anxious. Any kind of huge swing without an explainable origin is something that deserves to be questioned. And this is what I do. I simply ask my body, is this anxiety mine? What you're doing is you're making sure that you haven't picked something up from someone else without realizing it. It can happen so easily, especially when I lived in a townhouse or if you're in a crowded space, and it's nothing to be worried about. It's just something to keep aware about. In the same way you walk through a crowd, you're aware. You don't want to bump into everybody. And what you'll notice with practice is that when you start asking your body, is this mine? If it is, there will be one kind of sensation, and if it isn't, and it really is originating from with you, there'll be a second kind of sensation. And this will be different for everyone. For me, it's something I just picked up. I feel a levity and a lightening and almost like a little bit of a effervescence. But if it really is mine, I feel a heaviness in my stomach, like a hunkering down. It's best really to do it in private so you can not be distracted and you can get to that sensation and identify it faster and be able to carry out this exercise faster. Seventh and last is forget about the curse of the empath. I just want to put that out there. I have a theory that a lot of people who have heard of that or who might say that don't actually know the ins and outs of the actual term empath, and they definitely don't know how to work with it because it's really anything but a curse. I like to describe it as you're having a skeleton key, like an emotional skeleton key to any other consciousness. And what a gift that is, especially today when we're supposed to be closer than ever with social media. We can connect in 2 seconds, but really loneliness is at an all-time high. And there have been 2 different times when simply the smile of an empath alone has changed the course of my life. And I'll link that video below. I hope this helps you guys, and I'll meet you in the next one.